And the car died. The car died. Alright, Cryptids, what is going on? It is me, Mississippi Gonzo Grunge, aka Breadcorn. Today I'm here with the Ruiner, which is another classic vehicle from the, the OG base game. I might as well use it for story mode and all that. Please ignore my AC. It is currently very hot in Mississippi at the moment, at the time of this recording. Excuse me. But yeah, we all know that this is based off of the IROC and Trans Am models from the 80s. The old Firebird Formula models. So, yeah. Ooh, that's nice. Funny enough, I never got around to reviewing this particular vehicle for an off-road review. I don't know why. I reviewed all the other muscle cars except this one. Never got around to doing it on the old channel, so here I am. Yeah, that was going to be kind of a problem, but, it's whatever at this point. Kind of a big whatever at this point. Given... it is low, but it's also extremely torquey. But, the traction... It's got some traction, just not a lot. Also makes for a great wreck car. Which, funny enough, me and Slade would use these as kind of stunt cars, to test out certain stunts we were going to do for movies and all that. That's mostly what we use these for. That's what I remember me and Slade would use these for. It's just basically, generic stunt cars, just so we could see how well the stunts would look and then test it out with the real thing. I will say this car does not like deep water, but, that's expected. But there's some muscle cars, they just tread deep water all day long. This is one of them. Which I will be doing a collection review on this one soon enough. And I just found out I still have a collection left to review. Such as it is. Got to get around to finishing up all the reviews. Well, I wouldn't say finish them up, but, just have some stuff going until, GTA 6 comes out for PC. But, depending on what all comes in the collector's edition, I might just reserve a physical copy of it just because, why not? Does hop over logs and some stuff. I don't know how well it's going to do on the Wall of Doom. The Wall of Doom is one of those places where things happen. That is strange. That is some strange deformalities. Okay, but whatever. Yeah, this is probably going to be one of those, Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those I'm going to have to jump it across. So, I guess we'll just have to ramp it across. I don't like doing it, but, still. So, yeah, I had to cut back to here. The car did not make it, so we got to try again. I'm going to try this a different way this time. Alright, this actually works out better. Okay, so it works out better. Yeah, there's three ways around the Wall of Doom. There's the high road, the tricky road, and then the other part is you jump across it. Jumping across it is the riskiest one because, the car could flip. The high road is just the easy route, but the other one is where you actually try to maneuver around that rock. But I would not recommend doing it in a car this low. And mind you, this has stock suspension. So that will happen. Punch it. Like I said, a whole lot of torque. A whole lot of torque and very little traction. And up and over she goes. So yeah, the one thing I will definitely mention is that this car does actually fly very well. That's why we would use this as like the perfect test jump car, because that's what it was. It was just the ultimate test jump car. But also, this will probably be used as a form of, you know, secret stunt car, if you will. But, like, driving it on dirt is also very fun in and of itself. That's hitting a rock. Okay, note to self. Come back and get one of these after I finish doing... Well, I got to do this for a collection review, so there is that. A Ruiner collection review, which I said I've been planning on doing since 2024. Or, well, 25. I don't know when I said it. Quite a few I got to do. So, off and over we go. That reminds me, I also got to make a off-road review course. Which, whenever I get that done, I will most likely post a link to it so y'all can use it. I know Slade has his off-road trail, but I have mine too. I just use Ratton Canyon because it's got everything I need. Now this, I don't know if it'll actually climb up. Oh, it might. It might. No, it's not. That's the one thing about the traction. The traction is... The torque is not its biggest... It's not the biggest help. But whenever you get it past, you know, spinning tires, it actually gets up and goes. But pretty much you can find these spawning everywhere and online. Plus that, if you happen to find the special variants, you know, like, because there's like some riding around in the city that they're like specialty. You grab them, sometimes those actually have upgrades already on them. So there is that. I like Franklin's ability. The ability to shoot the car back up on the track. Of course, I might have damaged the front end. That's the one thing about story mode that I give it credit for, is that if you know, hit the front end enough times, the wheels will lock up and jam. That should have been a thing in online. Because that would have just made a lot of TV stunts look more, you know, realistic. Well, me and Slade's in. It would have made it look more realistic. Some people actually hated that. It's like, I'm sorry, but we want to keep the stunts as realistic to movies as possible. You know, not some Fast and the Furious, you know, I'm blowing nitrous out the asshole stuff either. And off she goes. Oh, shit. Okay, you did not see nothing. Oh, goodness gracious, I Roscoe'd it. That's what I get. You know, I deserve this. That's what I deserve that for hitting the deer and a bicyclist. Well, ain't no going back up. Like I said, the torque on this car is its downfall. But if you know how to control it, it makes, you know, throwing it into the corners that much easier. Which I'm surprised this has not become a drift vehicle yet. You know, I would like to see this with actual drift tuning. I mean, it's got the styling. I mean, there's somebody... I'm pretty sure there's somebody trying to build a drift car of this. I know somebody is. Down she goes. But yeah, other than that, this car does actually transition quite nicely to, you know, dirt and asphalt and all that. You know, I personally like it because, you know, it is one of my favorite muscle cars, you know, for, you know, testing out stunts. But, you know, also for other things, too. You know, it's totally up to you what you want to do with one of these. I just made it look like this, you know, for stupidity purposes. But so far as flying goes, it actually flies pretty straight. But if you get to a certain point, it does dip and roll. That's the one thing I'll say about it. You get it to a certain point, it just dips and rolls all over the place. Which to me is perfectly fine. Like I said, also an easy car to roll over, damage, and do all kinds of other stupidity stuff with. But I will most likely be back with this one for a collection review because I gotta get one done. I might film it tomorrow. I might do it today just to knock it out the park. But, you know, whatever. So, other than that, be sure to shoot the like button with a grip skilly. If you enjoyed it, please do comment down below your favorite muscle car in GTA 5. Now then, be sure to smash the subscribe button today and click the notification bell icon to stay up to date. However, I am changing my live stream schedule. I haven't set it up yet, but when it's changed, you'll see it. So, other than that, y'all have a great day and a ballin' weekend. Don't do anything stupid. Other than that, I'll be seeing y'all around. And see you around for the next episode of the GTA 5 Off-Road Review.